Hello there, welcome. Just posting Sam online. Who have we got here? Thank you so much for joining. We're going to start hunting very shortly. How's your Tuesday been? Hello, welcome. We'll be starting very shortly. You know the drill, I'm just posting Sam live now. How's your Tuesday been? Welcome in. Hello Jake, good evening Sabrina, welcome back. We'll be starting the hunting very shortly. Welcome Ronnie. You finished the Carnival of Soul and went shoe shopping. You finished the souling, that's very cool Ronnie. How did it go? Give us the lowdown. And shoe shopping too, very nice. Hello Luke, welcome. Good evening Ronnie, thank you for your greeting there. Alright, let's just post. Oh no, you lost Pokemon in the battle with Nemona. Terrasada, you did very well. You allowed yourself to heal, fair enough. Welcome everyone, welcome. I'm just posting Sam online. And we'll be starting very shortly. So looking for people to Dynamax with. Gladius, welcome back to the chat. Very good to see you, my friend. How have you been? Welcome back. Has your shiny luck continued? You can see that mine has not started yet, but maybe tonight. We did get Pokerus yesterday, though, Gladius. How about that? Rarer than shiny, but still not a shiny, so... Hello, Linnaeus. Hello. No worries. Thank you for dropping by. Always appreciate seeing you. Thank you for stopping by. The weather is terrible, Ronnie, but thank you for your hope. Oh my goodness, it's been dreadful today. Non-stop rain. Dear oh dear. So the weather's been bad in Belgium as well, I assume. Welcome everyone, hello. Hello there. If you're here just because you saw me do a post, that's what I'm doing right now. Hopefully get some more people in here, and then I'll be with you in literally 1 minute, actually. Alright. Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Is tonight the night? Having got Pokerus yesterday. I cannot believe that. That's hilarious. Pokerus. 1 in 21,000 chance, I think. Shiny 1 in 8,000-ish. And yet, the one we find is Pokerus. That is typical. Typical. You got drenched in the school run this morning. Horrible, yeah. It's really, I mean, it's July. What's going on? Normally, even the UK is better than this. Christopher, well, welcome. Very good to see you. How on earth are you? You're in France. Anyone who's not aware, Christopher is walking from, well, roughly here in the UK, London, to Rome this summer. So, really privileged to have Christopher here. Thank you, thank you for joining. How are you? I don't think you're going to know what on earth is going on tonight, but appreciate you stopping by. You had thunderstorms there, Ronnie. They're more in the west and it stopped. That's good. 1-1. Oh, yes, of course, it's France-Spain. Goodness. 1-1, yeah. I'm not surprised. They are stellar teams, France and Spain. You're genuinely excited, Christopher. Well, maybe temper that. As the stream goes on, maybe you'll be tempering it. Christopher, for anyone who's unaware, is a dear friend of mine from school. So, very, very privileged to have C. Coleman in the chat tonight. Rainy for you as well, Alola Nace. Basal Max, oh, we're not too far apart. That's interesting. I immediately assumed Alola Nace because you, for no other reason than you're a fan of Matt Absolblog's Pokemon, that you too were based in America, but no. Okay, you're UK based too. Lovely. Well, just reconfigure my Alola Nace schema in my mind. Good. So we're just getting our game set up. Now, Emerald, this is where we had, this is where we found Pokerus. Pokerus, for anyone who's unaware, is a very, very, very rare virus. Rarer than a shiny. Pokerus is about 1 in 21,000 chance of appearing on your Pokemon. Shiny is a 1 in 8,000-ish. So, it's typical. It's typical. Look at that. We've got 28,618 encounters, or approaching that. I think I did a couple too many there. And yet we find Pokerus before we find a shiny. Is tonight going to be the night where we finally find a shiny? A rare, alternately coloured Pokemon that is in no other way different from its regular form. That's what we put ourselves through, and of course in the Safari Zone the Pokemon can flee. So yeah, we're all we're doing it for the fun of it. Oh, immediate encounter there. Thank you for the shiny like, Sabrina. Appreciate it. Alright, let's just get the White Flute going here in Emerald. We've got the Staryu leading. And I did go and deposit one of the Pokemon in the box with Pokerus so I can sort of preserve it in there, don't worry. Sorry about the flickering screen. There we go, focus on my hand and that's alright. You've been good, Gladys. You've been working lots, so I've missed the last few streams. No worries. Took a break from hunting, just haven't had time to. Fair enough. Well, appreciate you popping back into the stream tonight, Gladius. Thank you so much. Especially when you've been so busy, and I hope work's been okay. What is your work, Gladius? What do you do? Right. Let's time this with the music. You ready? And... yeah. First encounter's in. Nidorino, Nidoranmail, Apom, and Raticate. So, all Rosalie to Rome, exactly, Ronnie. Exactly. You're down in Brighton, Alola Nace. Oh, cool. Well, there you go. Brighton. Very nice. I've never been to Brighton. I would like to go. Shining before 30k. Well, Ronnie, you were saying shining before 28,000 yesterday. So, adjusting the goalpost there. Speaking of goalposts, 2-1 already, Ronnie. Oh my goodness. 2-1 to who, Ronnie? Spain? Hello, Geek of All Things. Welcome back. Love those all caps. I don't play Rainbow Six Siege, Geek of All Things. Tell me about it. We still don't have a shiny, but we did get Pokerus yesterday, so hopefully that's a good sign. Now, Christopher, and for anyone else in chat who's a bit baffled by what I'm doing, I do have 4 systems here. We've got Pokemon Emerald, we've got Pokemon Leaf Green, we've got Pokemon Fire Red, and we've got Pokemon Soul Silver. We're in the Safari Zone. This is a place where Pokemon can run away from you. Safari Zone in each of the respective games for an event called Safari Week, where people shiny hunt in the Safari Zone. Now, what are shinies? They're alternately coloured Pokemon, have about a 1 in 8,000 chance of appearing. And we found none yet, and you can see the number of encounters on screen there. 28,644, and no shiny. So we're way over odds. We're 3.5 times over odds, or just about there now. So will we get a shiny tonight? Finally, Safari Week itself ended a couple of weeks ago. But because we haven't got a shiny yet, we're going until we get one. I've got so many other things planned that I want to stream, but we've got to get a shiny before we can move on to those. So that's what's going on here. Earlier today, I was watching some people's Safari Week shiny hunting compilation videos, because yes, they're already coming out, and I still haven't actually finished doing Safari Week itself. Just to give me a little bit of inspiration. It was inspiring. I haven't seen anyone go as over odds as this yet, but then again, there are people who are hunting on many more systems than I am. So, let's see how it shakes out. For anyone who wasn't in the stream yesterday, we did get Pokerus, very rare virus that can attach to your Pokemon. It's about 2.5 times rarer than a shiny. It just makes your Pokemon grow more quickly, essentially, so it's an entirely beneficial thing. But the fact, if we can get Pokerus, my goodness, we can get a shiny. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I'd love to come to Brighton. A lot of nice. And it's Spain who's 2-1 up. Okay then, Ronnie. Yeah, Spain have been on a tear this tournament. Also, I hear. I haven't been watching it too closely, but yeah. I may as well say it early on, everyone. Do like the stream if you are enjoying it. Do drop a subscribe as well. All these things really do help out a huge amount, far more than it might initially seem, so would really appreciate it if you could. I've got all my socials linked below, along with my Discord community. It'll be a pleasure to see you in Chazingdra's Chocolate Factory, as well as my Patreon if you want to support me as a creator. We've got the next episode of my podcast, Chazingdra Chats, coming out tomorrow. Freya Pierce, trading card gamecaster. Cannot wait for you all to hear that episode. It's going to drop overnight on the audio apps, and it's going to be 3 PM UK time on YouTube, and quite a few things to witness in this particular episode, so you might want to watch it on YouTube if you can. Freya is a cosplayer. Freya has provided lots of cards that she talks about during the episode, images on screen, for you to enjoy, as well as other pictures of costumes that she has. So yeah, just something to bear in mind, but I hope you will enjoy the episode when it drops tomorrow. Plenty more content on my channel, of course, but very much appreciate you all being here to spend your Tuesday evening with me as I encounter pixels after pixels, trying to find some pixels that are differently coloured from ordinary pixels. Yep, that's what we're doing. The only thing you know of Brighton is the place where ABBA won, you think, 50 years ago. Haha! Eurovision. Speaking of aha, knowing me, knowing you, Alan Partridge. Any Alan Partridge fans in chat? You're very welcome. You're a manager at a running shoe store that's locally owned. You work a second job as a flagger for construction. Wow, you must be very busy, Gladius. All the more appreciation for you joining me here tonight. But I hope you're enjoying both of those jobs. They sound pretty diverse. I'm sure they provide a lot of variation, a lot of variety during your day. So you won't make the stream tomorrow if I stream then. Well, you can always have the football on in the background, Ronnie. I might do that myself. Not sure. You don't recall me being this good at maths at school. My powers have increased significantly. Tell you what, Christopher, it's a carrot and dog thing. If you apply maths to Pokemon, then in my mind that makes it so much easier. I remember that quiz that we did over lockdown where the way I worked out the answer for one of, I think, Rebecca's quiz rounds, which was Ammonite, was thinking of the Pokemon Ammonite. So there you go. Yep. A lot of maths going on in shiny hunting. I will call you Ace, yes. That's a good point. Yeah, I just sort of, my eyes grab the first thing in the name, and then I go with that, just because I've got my attention mainly on the systems. So yes, thank you for that tip. I will call you Ace. Hello then, Ace. Me versus France and Spain, exactly, Damien. Who's going to be more entertaining? Well, something that would significantly help that is if we were to find a shiny. So, who knows? Or maybe we'll get Pokeross in one of the other games. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. You're not the only one working in a shoe store. There we go, Ronnie. Making connections all round. Anyone else who hasn't put in the chat yet what they do for a job, anyone who wants to do that, go ahead, because you may well be making connections like Ronnie and Ace have, or Ronnie and Gladius have here, sorry. Now, our targets for anyone who's new here, and if you are new, then welcome. You are very welcome here. New and familiar alike, very welcome to join in the Safari Week madness. And it is madness, look how over odds we are. My targets are Ledbetter in Emerald, but I would take any of the targets in this area of the Emerald Safari Zone. They are all very cool. Pinsir in Leaf Green, Kangaskhan and Tauros in Fire Red, and Larvitar in Soul Silver. But obviously, that's just what we hope for. There's no way of guaranteeing any encounters. Any particular encounters, so we shall have to see what shines. Go and watch it on the big screen if it's not raining. Oh, cool. Very nice, Ronnie. Very nice. So what, is that some kind of outdoor cinema or outdoor big screen for you to watch on? Really epic. Your job, Ace, is this thing called Unemployed. Oh, that sounds great. Tell us more. I hope that the job search is going well, Ace. And I hope that... I'm sure, you know, you're just in your cocoon stage at the moment. I'm sure you will find something that you really enjoy doing. All in good time. You're unemployed too. There you go. Networking, Christopher. That's right. Hey, you can both set up some kind of... You could set up an employment agency together, but then you're really only serving yourselves there. I don't know. That's cool. That's cool that they have that outdoor screen to broadcast the matches on, Ronnie. Now, everyone, you might remember that... yesterday, we were having a lot of discussions about first partner Pokemon. And I said, I have another question on this topic, but I'm not gonna reveal it just yet. Well, time to reveal that question. And my question to you is, we talked about favourite first partner Pokemon from each of the 9 thus far generations. We talked about favourite trio of starter Pokemon from each of the generations. My question to you now is, if you were to compose your own first partner Pokemon trio out of the existing Pokemon, who would make the cut for you? So I'm talking, I'll use mine as an example. Squirtle, that's got to be my water first partner Pokemon. Being my overall favourite first partner Pokemon. The grass type is going to be Trico. Because out of all of the grass types that I like from the first partner Pokemon, I think Trico just has the edge. And for my fire type, it's going to be Fuecoco. So how about all of you? For me, it's going to be Trico, Fuecoco, Squirtle. What do you all think? So, Ace for you, Chespin, Schoolbunny, Quaxley. Alright. So, going with the later generations there. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Sprigatito, Schoolbunny, Oshawott for you, Ronnie. So, 9, 8, and 5. Very cool. We've got a lot of love being shown for the later Pokemon here. I mean, Fuecoco's on mine. Between Fuecoco and Fennekin for me for the fire types. Yeah, my favourite So from each of the trios, my choices were, in order, Squirtle, Totodile, Treecko, Piplup, Snivy, Fennekin, Rowlet, Sobble, and Fuecoco. And that leaves us with 4 water, 3 grass, 2 fire. So yeah, from the water for me it's Squirtle, from the grass for me it's Treecko, and from the fire it's Fuecoco. Second Dynamax adventure, no shinies yet. Keep going, Ronnie. Keep fighting the good fight. Sure, they're around the corner. That's what I'm telling myself. Is there a reason why the first partner Pokemon are always fire, water, and grass? Well, Christopher, yes, there is. It's because Pokemon battles are essentially glorified rock, paper, scissors. Fire beats grass, grass beats water, water beats fire. Then you've got a whole bunch of other types, 18 in total. That, you know, wreak havoc with that simple triangle. But the very essence of it is that rock, paper, scissors matchup. And so there are other triangles that exist in the game. Like fighting, super effective against dark, dark, super effective against psychic, psychic, super effective against fighting, for example. But I think because Pokemon is fundamentally geared towards younger people, fire, water, grass is the easiest triangle to understand. So that's why they're always fire, water, grass. Snivy, Chimchar, and Totodile for you, Damien. Cool, yeah. Totodile. Big fan of Totodile as well, of course. So that's 2, 4, 5. You and I both revealing our age a little bit here, Damien. Charmander, Mudkip, Totodile. 1, 2, and 3. Charmander, Totodile, Mudkip in that order. Although, Gladius, you need a grass in there. You've got 2 water. You need a fire, a water, and a grass. So, yeah, 2 waters. Hype! Cannot wait to see what that grass-type Pokemon will end up being for you. 28,800, everyone. Good, yeah, interesting to get people's opinions on that. Christopher, do you know any of the first partner Pokemon beyond Generation 1, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle? Litten, Squirtle, Grookey for you, Luke. Considered answer there. So Squirtle Gen 1, then jumping to Gen 7 and 8 for Litten, Grookey. Interesting. Mudkip cosplaying as a Turtwig. Speaking of cosplaying, any cosplay fans, I think you'll very much enjoy Freya Pierce's episode of Chazingdra Chats dropping tomorrow. School Bunny, Turtwig, Quaxley for you. Nice, Sabrina. We've got a lot of love for later generations coming out here, as I say. Yeah. Okay, well, since we're here, may as well ask. What would be your second choices? So the Pokemon for you that are in second place for that question. Compose your first partner trio out of your second favourites for each type. For me, for water, I think it would have to be Totodile. For fire, that's easy because there's only one other for me. It's going to have to be Fennekin, in terms of the ones that I chose anyway. And for grass, I am making it hard. Ronnie. Got to engage those brain cells on the stream. So, Totodile, Fennekin, and then for grass, well, let's see, what are my other options here? It's going to be... it's between... Well, it's not Treecko because you've chosen that, so it's just between 2 for me, isn't it? It's going to be... Snivy or Rowlet. Probably... Ooh, tough. Snivy for me. So Snivy, Fennekin, and Totodile 5, 6, and 2. You don't. You do have much to learn, Christopher. You do. I think there are plenty that you would like. Crocodile-based, they might not be dragons, but still reptilian for you. Or amphibian, I guess. You don't really have a favourite grass. Interesting. If you had to pick one, Gladius, if you had to pick a favourite grass first partner Pokemon, what would it be? Grookey, Charmander, Oshawott for your second favourites. Damien. Good spread of the generations there. Snivy, Torchic, Popplio for you, Ronnie. So that's 5, 3, 7. I appreciate how you both put the Pokemon in the Pokedex order, so to speak. You've got grass first partner first, and then fire, and then water always in the Pokedex. So appreciate you categorizing them like that. Thank you, James, for bringing the shiny luck. Let's hope it's well founded. We're going to hit 30,000 encounters tonight. Are we going to get a shiny before 30,000? You might have seen James found Pokerus on my Pokemon in Emerald, which is this black DS here on the left. Yesterday, that is 2.5 times rarer than a shiny, so I mean, come on, surely. Pokerus just means that your Pokemon grow more quickly. It's entirely beneficial. Anyone else in the stream remember the first time they got Pokerus, if they ever have? Because I remember the very first time, it was entirely random in Silver. After I'd been doing some training in the grass just south of Blackthorn City. Heal my Pokemon, see that little dialogue at the Pokemon Center. Microscopic life forms, and then phoned by Professor Elm, explaining that, well, it doesn't really go into too much detail, it just says, they appear to be harmless, so don't worry about it. Only later did I learn actually what Pokerus did. But yeah, I remember, because you're so used to seeing that Pokemon Center dialogue. And then to suddenly see something different come up there was, it was really disarming. Such a cool mechanic. So yeah, for me, Silver in Blackthorn City, having trained in the grass just south of there. Anyone else remember their first Pokerus encounter? Saw those Pokerus, James? Yes, presumably in that silly little video I made earlier. Your dinner's ready, Ace. Nice. Enjoy your dinner very much. What are you having for dinner? What's on the menu tonight? I had fish pie myself. Very tasty. Oh, James, in terms of Pokerus, it's literally just you run into Pokemon in the grass. After every single encounter, there's a chance that Pokerus has been spread to one of your Pokemon. So yeah, I just checked on Emerald at the end of the stream after all those encounters, and there you go, had Pokerus. If you had to pick Gladius, you reckon you'd say Chikorita. Good choice, good choice. Interesting. I'm a big fan of Chikorita. Kind of like how it's an inbuilt hard mode for Generation 2. Chikorita has a tough time, and Meganium, that grass typing, against the majority of the gym leaders in the game. Well, I mean, certainly in Johto, of course, Kanto kind of presents you with every single type, nearly. But, yeah, so I'm a big fan of Chikorita. You got it in Omega Ruby. Alpha Sapphire trying to catch a route super early. Wow. Cool. Always exciting to have something like that happen early in game. Like when I was doing my first playthrough of Shining Pearl. Before the very first gym, just training in the grass, found a random shiny Machop. Oh, the best. So exciting. Because you always go into a Pokemon playthrough thinking, oh, what if I found a shiny early on? And it happened. Shiny Machop. Loved it. Your dinner was Ike noodles, Ronnie. Sounds tasty. Love noodles. Pokerus and Gen 4 back in 2007, but too long ago. Well, clearly the memory's stuck with you and you remember the year, Damien. That's what Pokerus and incredibly rare things like that do. They just stick in the mind. Rowlet, Fuecoco, Totodile for your second favourite, Sabrina. Rowlet 7, Fuecoco 9, Totodile 2. Nice. Owl and 2 Crocs. Interesting. That's a good point. So for me it would be Turtle, Gecko and Croc. So yeah, definitely a amphibian theme going on there. And second, another Croc with Totodile. Snivy, so Snake, and Fennec and Fox. Foxes are my favourite animal. But definite leaning towards the amphibian reptilian there. Interesting. For my choices there. Got yourself a Karaage chicken, that sounds great, and yakitori chicken. Well, Ace, enjoy your chicken feast. Maybe have an apple or something afterwards just to balance it out as well, you know? Probably go a long way. Rumour has it, apple a day keeps the doctor away, but to be confirmed. But still, Karaage chicken and yakitori chicken sounds delicious. Hello Sam, welcome back, my friend. Is the Pokerus going to foretell success today? Let's find out. How was your day, Sam? How was your Tuesday? Anyone else? How are your Tuesdays? Chuck them in the chat. Christopher would love to hear what progress you made today. I saw your most recent video of your trek to Rome. Taking that detour, overlooking the valley you were in from high up. Beautiful. How was your day today? Which non-first partner Pokemon should have been a first partner? Pikachu coming out from Damien. Ooh, tricky, isn't it? I mean, if they were to include electric types in the first partner Pokemon, then Shinx is kind of begging for it, isn't it? 3-stage evolution. Welcome everyone if you're just joining. Very good to see you here. Thank you for dropping in on your Tuesday evening. We are approaching 30,000 encounters. We do not have a shiny yet, but we did get Pokerus on Emerald yesterday, which is 2.5 times rarer than a shiny. So, yeah, surely a shiny's coming soon. And don't you worry, got my lucky binoculars as well, just to make sure. No, nothing yet. Or is it this way around? May as well be either at this point. Yes. Appreciate you being here to Shiny Hunt with me. I've got Freya Pierce's episode of Chazingdra Chats, my podcast, coming out tomorrow. The podcast releases have spanned 3 weeks now. 3 weeks, because we're still in as far as we're going until we get a shiny. We are way over odds. 3.5 times and counting. We've officially broken 3.5 times over odds now. We are heading towards 4 times over odds. So let's see. Now, Smoliv, oh yeah, that's a good point, Damien, that's a good point. Your Tuesday was good, Ace. You went on a quest to another time. Oh yes, of course, I remember you mentioning yesterday. You've got your second 3DS now, that's exciting. So now you can double Shiny Hunt on Generation 7. Fantastic. What's going to be your first hunt that you do there, Ace? Very excited for you. Bound Sweet, true, would make a good starter. Merri, yeah, absolutely. Another 3-stage. Basically, it's any 3-stage, isn't it? Smoliv is a great shout. That, ultimately, James, is a grass normal type, actually. What about fire and water? Poliwag, but you've got to use a Water Stone. I've kind of ideally just got to evolve my simple level up. What else could there be? It's tricky. There aren't too many 3 stages. I just evolved my level up. Horsey would be my ideal starter, but then you've got to trade to evolve that ultimately, so... yeah, it doesn't quite fit, does it? Christopher, putting the rest of the chat to shame, I'm sure. You walked 25 kilometres from Pontarlier to Yun, hope I'm pronouncing that right. A town on the Swiss border. Beautiful. Saw the castle of Joux, which protected the southern border of France. Wow, very exciting. My Instagram updates are much better than yours. I'm not sure about that, Christopher. Your Instagram updates are always very entertaining. For anyone in chat who's unaware, Christopher has been walking from near London to Rome. And he's still just coming through France now, but only aiming to hit Rome in September. Absolutely phenomenal feat. Yeah, what a way to spend the summer. What a way to, you know, voyage into one's soul as well. I guess I'm sure Chris was learning a lot about himself. Are you? This is such a trite question, Christopher, but are you enjoying it? Are you having a good time? I'm sure there's all sorts of other things mixed in with it, but yeah. What are your feelings right now? You are going to add the second system to your Scatterbug hunt, but you realise your other file isn't set up to produce the Vivillon pattern you want. Ah, okay. Yeah, I love that, where the way the Vivillon pattern mechanic works. It's based on the region your DS is set to, your 3DS is set to. You're doing resets for Mudkip in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire for now. Cool, well, still. Fantastic use of that new second 3DS. Hope you're enjoying that. Ace. When you get Scatterbug, you'll do the next hunt on both systems at once. Cool. Sounds like a plan, Ace. When the game file is created, yes. Thank you for specifying that, Ace. What's the pun? What's the pun, Damien? So, to pick up on something that you said earlier, Damien, you mentioned Powerhouse Pokemon. Not sure if anyone else saw this. Very interesting tweet from Joe Merrick, who runs Cerebi.net. Valuable Pokemon website resource containing details about really everything to do with Pokemon. Not just the video games, but Go, the trading card game. I assume Unite there as well. And he has deduced that, based on the announcement of the Outbreak event that's coming later in the summer, Gumi, Larvitar, Bagon, Beldum, Hisuian's Logu 2, calling them Powerhouse Pokemon. And elsewhere, before, I can't remember where this was, these Pokemon have been referred to as Powerhouse Pokemon. So, that seems to be the official term to refer to these Pokemon. Amazing. I find that a really interesting discovery at this point in the franchise, because obviously those Pokemon that appear later in the Pokedex have been around for such a long time. So to learn this now, yeah. Didn't see it coming. So, Powerhouse Pokemon. What do we all think about that? Referring to the Dratini line, the Larvitar line, the Bagon line, the Beldum line, the Gible line, the Dino line, the Gumi line, the Jangmo line, the Dreepy line, and the Frigibax line as powerhouse Pokemon. What are our thoughts? What are our thoughts? Ah, the feet he's made on his walk, I see. I see, Damien, yes. No mean feet walking all that way. Your feet are in pain, Christopher, but you're having a good time. Well, I'm very pleased to hear that, and I'm not surprised. Sergio, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Very good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. How did you come across the stream? And how are you? How was your Tuesday? We're still in the Safari Zone trying to find a shiny. We did get Pokerus yesterday, which is harder to find, so maybe it's a good sign. Only time will tell. More than 3.5 times over odds now. Oh, there you go. And I'm glad you're loving it. I'm glad you're loving the stream. Well, now you can see what it's all about, Christopher. We're all just hanging out on this crazy, crazy task. And look at that. Look at that. Ace wanting to get involved in your adventures there, Christopher. Facilitating the networking, as you said. You were joking about unemployed networking, but now it's very much proper networking of the of your escapades there, Christopher. Yes, I believe Christopher is on Instagram on the handle Rome2Rome, ROAMIIROME, but I'm sure Christopher can confirm in the chat. So, the powerhouse Pokemon were referred to on some merchandise. Cool. Yeah, it is a cool name for them. You like another term better, but yes. Yes, I'm very pleased they do have an official term now, because it's makes it so much easier to refer to them. Ah, yes. Anyone who's keen to help Rani with some Dynamax adventures, shiny hunting, please do join in Rani's escapades. Failed Landorus twice in a row, oh dear. Yeah, they're tricky, aren't they? Those Dynamax adventures. You'll be participating in the weekend Splatfest in Splatoon 3. Fun! Good luck for that, Damien. I haven't, I've barely played Splatoon myself. I've seen others play it. Looks very absorbing. Very colourful, of course. But yeah, just never given it a go myself. It was your younger daughter's 6th birthday yesterday. Well, very happy birthday to her. How wonderful. You had cake last night. Today's all about burning it away at the gym. Nice. Chest and back day. Good for you, Sergio. Holding yourself to that standard. Hope that chest and back day went your way. Hope you felt good afterwards. It's been a while since you played Splatoon, Ronnie. How was my weekend? Oh, thank you very much, James. Thank you for the luck. Thank you for stopping by, as always. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Always good to see you, my friend. Thank you. My weekend, Sergio, thank you so much for asking. It was really good, thanks. It was really good. Spent it with my brother, who popped home for the weekend before going away for a little bit, which is great. Had a lot of brotherly catch-ups, went out for dinner, that sort of thing. Also, we played Metal Gear Solid together. My brother and I have made that a tradition that we play through the games. We are nearly at the end of Metal Gear Solid 3 now. Otherwise, was pretty productive. Was working on my vlog of the Bologna special event, which hopefully will be coming out relatively soon. Working on some graphics for Chazingdra Chats, my podcast. Had some extended family over as well. So yeah, pretty busy, but very fulfilling, thank you. Really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. How was your weekend, Sergio? Which would you reserve for a day? A palace, a theme park, or a beach? How are you spending your luxurious day off? Ooh, good question. Palace, theme park, beach. Just because I so rarely get to go, I will say the beach. To that question, Damien. As long as there's plenty of shade, as long as there are parasols, lots of palm trees. I'd want to swim in the sea, but obviously with this complexion, I've got to be careful in the sun. So yes, beach for me, on the proviso that there is shade there. How about all of you? Which would you reserve for a day? Palace, theme park, or beach? Really interesting question, that. Metal Gear Solid. You love the Metal Gear Solid game, Sergio. Cool. Highest ranking I've gotten on the game clear screen. Oh my goodness. That question is a little bit too in-depth for me and my brother, I think, actually. Sergio. We just play through the games pretty casually. But yeah, maybe we'll lean into a more competitive way of playing at some point. Which is your favourite of the three, Sergio? The first, the second, or the third? I mean, of the original trilogy. I do think the third is done very well. It's a nice... It still feels like Metal Gear Solid, whilst offering something different to the franchise. It's, for anyone who's not aware, based more in a jungle setting, whereas the previous ones are more sort of industrial. I think for me it would have to be the first still, the original. Just the nostalgia, the memories of playing through that game and seeing it when I was younger. Yeah. And any other Metal Gear Solid fans in the stream, what's your favourite of the three original Metal Gear Solid games? Most votes are for theme park from X. Wow. Yeah, I'm not a theme park person at all, Damien, I've got to say. That's not for me. Then again, I haven't been in a while, so maybe I'd have a newfound love for them. Not sure. Apom and Ratata have relatively similar colour schemes, don't they? Just the purple and the sort of creamy. Almost the same, not quite. You're also Team Beach, Damien. Great, well, I'll see you at the beach. Yeah, of course, Ace, yeah. Living in Brighton, I'm sure you forget that the beach is a big deal for some people. I think being able to see the sea must just be so soothing. I'd love to have a sea view. Went to the beach a few weeks ago. Yeah, walking by the sea as the waves roll in, absolutely. Feeling the sand beneath your feet. Incredible feeling. Unmatched. Of course. Mexican rock band came to Texas. Nice. Drummer didn't get his work permit in time. Oh no. Your friend, who's a professional, was called in to cover them. Oh my goodness. That's so exciting, Sergio. Wow. I really felt all the peaks and troughs of that emotional roller coaster as I was reading through your reply there. Wow. Does that happen semi-regularly for your friend? Or was that Was that very exciting for him? I'm sure it was exciting either way. But yeah, interested to know how used to that sort of thing your friend is, given he's a professional drummer. But how was the show? Sounds very, very exciting. Views on the Pokemon animated series. Do I have a favourite character? A very good question. Very good question, Christopher. I don't actually watch it, I'm afraid. I know that there will be some people in the stream who do, but yeah, I'm pretty unfamiliar with the anime. We'll be interested to see a little bit more of it, but yeah. Do you watch it, Christopher? Do you watch it at all? We were talking a little bit about the anime yesterday, actually. In terms of the sort of very first series on TV, well, I just think it's really cool that in the very first episode you actually see a Pokemon that wasn't revealed until the next generation, so a few years after that. Ho-Oh. They planned it that far in advance, and Ash tells Professor Oak, "Oh, I think I saw that Pokemon," and Oak's like, "Oh, no, you wouldn't have seen that. That's a very rare legendary Pokemon." I think that's really cool. And your wife does, Christopher, of course. I didn't realise, actually, that your wife watches the anime. Exciting. She'll have to fill me in. First will always be your favourite, but 4 is amazing. Going back to Metal Gear Solid 3, you love Metal Gear Solid 3, you love MGS3, yes. So organic, the codec not being available. Yeah, true. Hunting for animals and things. Plot-wise, there's something about the first one that will always sweep you off your feet. Yeah, great cast. Absolutely. Absolutely. Looking forward to playing through that again at some point. Don't have much sand at the beach? Yeah, of course. True. Pebbles have their own beauty, for sure, Ace. And you're a big Pokemon anime fan. Excellent, Ace. Yeah, I should plug my knowledge at some point. Plug the gaps in my knowledge, I mean. Dot is your favourite in Horizon, Sam. Yeah, so I remember you saying, Chris, we've got plenty to report back to your wife about here. It does get called in very often, your drum friend. I see. Living in a border town, it's common. Get called in for guitar or bass stuff. Oh, nice. Nice. Very cool. That must be a lot of fun. Didn't realise you play the guitar and bass, Sergio. Sounds very exciting. Show's great, though it ended at 2 AM on a Sunday. Oh my goodness. Wow. Still, Sunday, you've got the whole day to just chill. Great choice with the dot there, and yes, man of culture as well. Christopher, I don't know if you saw earlier, but Ace expressed an interest in following your roaming to Rome on Instagram. Don't know if you fancy posting your Instagram account in the chat, or just the name that you have on Instagram there, so that Alola and Ace and anyone else who's interested in following your journey to Rome can do that. Yeah, a lot of support for your adventures, Christopher. As well you should. Quite a feat that you're doing. Christopher's walking to Rome, everybody, from near London, so phenomenal. Any further opinions, anyone, on the powerhouse Pokemon name? For Dratini, Larvitar, Bagon, Beldum, Gible, Dino, Gumi, Jangmo-o, Dreepy, and Frigivax. I was doing so well, and then my brain just stumbled at the end there. Yeah, any further opinions on that name? It's as people have been saying, I'm pleased that we now have an official term for them. I really, really thought that Nidoran female going across the screen was shiny there. 29,200, everyone. 29,200 encounters and counting. Ah, yes, we did talk about Jazz, didn't we? You were called in last month to record a music video. Nice. Another one on the 23rd. It's a Bolero jazz piece. Ooh, cool. What's the name of that band? That sounds very exciting. Yes. That sounds brilliant. Enjoy that, Sergio. Recording a music video. Sure, that'll be a lot of fun. I'm an actor, but music video, not something I've ever done. Presumably they just play a backing track for you to sort of look like you're playing the instruments in time, etc. too. Three adventures finished, 5 played, still no shinies. It's coming, Ronnie, don't you worry, it's coming. Is it still 2-1 in the football, by the way? Also, everyone, as always, place your bets on what's going to shine first tonight. If and when we find the shiny. I think tonight I am feeling... Execute. I'm feeling Execute tonight. Anyone else? What shiny do you think we'll get tonight? You're supporting France, Luke. 2-1 still. Supporting Spain for you, Ronnie. Okay, well, we'll see how that shakes out. Esther Tovar. Sounds great. I will look into Esther Tovar. Mexican singer who's won competitions. Yes, you will get playback, although the musicians do love jamming to jazz standards. Yeah, of course. Had to learn Take 5. As in, Take 5's a famous... Is it a Miles Davis piece, Sergio? Alright in saying that? Or is Take 5 someone else? Or are you talking about something completely different? Yeah, I'm sure there's all kinds of ad-libbing improvisation, even when recording a music video for jazz. Dave Brubeck, that's it. Thank you, Luke. Yes. Ah. Big fan of Thelonious Monk as well. Now then, we were talking yesterday a lot about the first part of Pokemon. We've talked before about favourite legendaries. But now, if this could get chaotic. If you were to create any legendary trio out of any existing legendary, which three would you put together? And that could be because they're your favourites. It could be... It could be some lore reason that links them together. It could be because the colours just go well together. Which three would you put together for your own dream legendary trio if they were all to appear in one game? Man of culture as well, Luke. Yes! I do love jazz. Been raised on jazz. Blue Monk as well. Cool. Nice, Sergio. This is very exciting. Ogerpon, Latias, and Silvally. Just your favourite three. Oh, okay. Now that's interesting. I was thinking more, you know, specifically the box art legendaries. But still, good answer. I think for me, so if I was going with my favourites, probably... And they do kind of tie up. Lugia and Kyogre. Given that Lugia is Guardian of the Sea, and Kyogre, of course, is such a... I believe that's Lugia is sort of legendary monarch, guardian of the sea. And Kyogre is the sort of the bringer of the sea. They type well, but then who would be the third? I do like Zamazenta, I've got to say. Does not tie up with Lugia and Kyogre at all, but big fan of Zamazenta. Shield was kind of my gateway game back into Pokemon over lockdown, having not played for a while. So yeah, Zamazenta has a special place for me. Anyway, Kyurem's cool. Could be Palkia. I'm a fan of Palkia, and that would work well with the 3 being another part water type. Not that Lugia is, but you know what I mean. Giratina's cool as well. I do like Rayquaza. I also like Ho-Oh. Yeah, I'd probably say Kyogre, Lugia, Palkia for an unofficial trio. Lugia, Kyogre, Zekrom for you, Luke. So we're pretty similar there. And Zekrom to provide the super effective hits against both Lugia and Kyogre. So that does kind of round out the trio relatively well, actually. Interesting. I guess another question is, which legendary trios could exist based on the lore that's already there for them? And you just sort of cut and paste from other games. Bit like Lugia, Kyogre, Palkia, like I said there, they're all to do with water. Palkia makes sense as the sort of head of that trio with the dragon typing as well. Got that sort of supreme overlord vibe. Xerneas, Kyogre, Zacian for Urani. Cool. Couple of fairies. I can see Xerneas and Zacian being two paired opposite fairies. Because they do have a very different vibe, even though they're both fairy types. A lot of Kyogre love coming out, which I love. Ho-Oh, Groudon, Solgaleo would be cool. Yeah, I could see that. Solgaleo bringing the sun. Ho-Oh, Phoenix benefiting off that sun. Benefiting from that sun. And Groudon bringing the sun in the first place. Or, you know, creating more land. Got Ground, Fire Flying, and Steel Psychic. Good combination of types there too. You're with Luke there, Sergio. The colour scheme is super similar. Yeah, I guess it is, yeah. The Shinies too, actually, go very well together, I think. Ho-Oh with that sort of autumn leaf colour. Groudon, yellow, and then Solgaleo, bright red. Yeah, like it. You'd swap Solgaleo with Koraidon, yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah, with my Kyogre, Lugia and Palkia, sort of a similar colour scheme. Bluey, purpley, pinky sort of thing. Now, do I have a surf Pokemon? I think I do actually, because I think I've worked out that actually there's a quicker route to get to my Kangaskhan-Tauros area of the Safari Zone. You can just cut right across here. So let's see. Who would I nominate to legendary status? I mean, Kingdra is an obvious one for me. However, it evolves, so it's probably not a Pokemon that lends itself the most naturally to legendary status. Kingdra being my favourite Pokemon. It's a really good question. Oh, look at that. That is so many more steps. Why haven't I been doing that all along? Good to see that on day 16 of Safari Week I'm still working out how to optimise these things. Also, I still don't have Illuminate and Soul Silver. Typically, as soon as I get Illuminate, I haven't gone out of my way to then get that. We'll find a shiny, probably. I don't have it yet. You're off, Ace. Well, thank you so much for dropping by. Always a pleasure to see you. Enjoy your chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And see you very soon. Possibly tomorrow. I'm still working out my sort of stream schedule. But enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good one. Thanks so much again. Who would we all nominate to legendary status? Chuck in your ideas, because that's a really great question. Coming out from Sergio. Well, 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 Casey. Welcome back. Perseverance is admirable. Love the shorts and reels with binoculars. Haha, thank you so much. Got the binoculars right here, Casey. Got them right here. Very good to see you in chat again, Casey. How have you been? Feels like a while. What's new with you? Have you been streaming at all? How have your couple of weeks been? And yeah, we're locked in at this point, Casey. We got to find a shiny before leaving the Safari Zone. Cannot call Safari Week over until we found a shiny. That's what I'm saying for now. If this goes on for like a month or something, then maybe we'll reconsider. Having said that, a month would be next week. 4 weeks of hunting in the Safari Zone. So we'll see. We'll play by ear. But anyway, good to see you again, Casey. I'm glad you've been enjoying the silly videos. I've been very much enjoying making them, so glad they're not going unnoticed. Arcanine should be a legendary. I mean, technically that makes sense. It's known as the legendary Pokemon. Also, its Pokedex entry, I think, in Scarlet and Violet, maybe for the first time, was talking about somewhere in the world. They might have actually named China, which would be interesting, but where Arcanine is seen as a legendary Pokemon. Which is cool for them to build in that lore. Yeah, please. Thank you, Ronnie. Please donate all your shiny luck now. I've been here for days. Glad you've been great. Oh, you saw Blink 182 recently, didn't you, Casey? How was that gig? From what I remember, your tweets were very, or your posts were very enthusiastic. So I hope they did a good job. Especially after, yeah, I feel like last time it was me and Lee streaming together and you, Lee was talking about how they weren't so great live, but hopefully your experience was different. Favourite rival and who would we promote to legendary status? Well, Kecleon. From you, Sam. Yeah, it would be a very cool legendary. They'd have to buff its stats significantly. But, yeah, changing type would really be good. Struggling with this question. Promote to legendary status. I feel like Absol could work. It's kind of a similar vibe to Evil Tal, I guess. If Absol were a legendary. I think I'm going to have to get a new rechargeable battery for this Game Boy Advance SP on the left, the silver one, because it was charging all night, and now it's already on red. I'm going to see if it just becomes green, because that's weird. I've been very well, besides not finding my shiny yet, Casey. Yeah, very well, thanks. Been loving getting to hang out with everyone on stream. And been having a productive time editing content that's coming out soon. Got a couple more episodes of the podcast out by this point. So got Freya Pierce, Trading Card Gamecaster, coming out tomorrow. dropping overnight on the audio apps and 3 p.m. UK time on YouTube. Had a really inspiring chat with her, so looking forward to you all hearing that. Spent some time with my brother, who came to stay for a little while before going off for a little while, which was great. Yeah, busy, very busy. But loving it, thanks, Casey. Blink were amazing, great. You can see what Lee meant, but they put on a really great show. Good. Pleased to hear that you're pleased that you went. Glad they've got good energy, and the songs were great live. That's the most important thing, isn't it? Just having that live experience be a level up from listening on record. I sometimes find when I see live music that I'm so used to and fond of how the songs sound on record that sometimes live disappoints me. But I'm glad that Blink were living up to how good their recorded songs are. Would Eevee work as a legendary given multiple evolutions? It could definitely work. It's definitely got a lot of potential. And that is a question that's never really been answered in the franchise, actually, Christopher. Why Eevee is the only Pokemon that can do this, evolve into all kinds of different types. So no, there's definitely potential there. That's a very valid suggestion, Christopher. What I would say is that legendaries don't tend to evolve, but there are exceptions to that. So that's why I was thinking of just a single stage. I could see back in the day Scyther and Pinsir being Bug Overlord legendary Pokemon. But now, of course, Scizor can evolve. And their stats have kind of been outclassed by Pokemon that have come in later generations. Really interesting with Pinsir because in Red and Blue, Scyther and Pinsir were paired. I'm going to have to put this on charge. You could find Scyther in Pokemon Red and Pinsir in Pokemon Blue. But then, in Generation 2, of course, Scyther got the ability to evolve into Scizor. Pinsir did not. So from that point, it was more like Pinsir and Heracross that were considered paired. Especially because, for example, in the Generation 8 downloadable content, Heracross appears in one version, either Sword of Shield, and Heracross appears in one, and Pinsir appears in the other. And they can both Mega Evolve. But then, in Generation 9, you can find Scyther, you can find Heracross, but you can't find Pinsir, so it's all over the shop. I would not be surprised if Pinsir gets an evolution in Generation 10. Now, it does have that Mega Evolution, but then again, Scizor's got a Mega Evolution. That would mean, though, they'd probably have to scrap Mega Pinsir, and maybe that's not canon. But I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Speaking of Pinsir, here's one now. Not shiny, though. Pinsir shiny is so cool. Yeah, Family Time is unbeatable, Casey. Yeah. Had some extended family over as well on Sunday, which was great. We were enjoying the tennis, actually. We enjoyed chilling out with some Wimbledon. Not much Wimbledon has been able to be played today, I feel like, with the rain. Oh my goodness, the weather's been dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Christopher, I'm pleased to see that the weather's much better where you are. Because you are not missing anything here in the UK, my friend. It's been a joke. Early July. Oh, we're approaching mid-July now. That is crazy. And grey, drizzly, horrible. Hey, Daimon, good to see you. Console and camera, that's right. Doing it classic. Welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for being here. How did you find the stream today? Always a pleasure to welcome new people to the chat. So thank you so much for being here, Daimon. Speaking of welcoming new people as well as familiar people, linked below are all of my socials, as well as my Discord community. It'll be a pleasure to see you all there. We can continue to hang out, compare shinies that we found, talk about competitive too, talk about any casual playthroughs we're doing, any challenge runs that we've set ourselves. We've got trivia channel in there, any trivia people come across from the Pokemon world, and otherwise, of course. We're all about getting to know the world around us better in the Chazindra's Chocolate Factory Discord community, so it would be a pleasure to see any of you there. I do my podcast, Chazingdra Chats, where we take a stroll through the life stories of people in the Pokemon community, discovering the 6 Pokemon on their dream team along the way. You can tell that's a well-rehearsed slogan there. Not slogan, but intro, I guess. It's too long for a slogan, really. That's how I start every episode. 14th episode coming out tomorrow, so all sorts to catch up on if you're new to the podcast. We've had competitive video... Well, we've all sorts. Video game competitive guests like Justin Tang, trading card game competitors and casters, Pokemon Go competitors like Emmy Weedle, the winner of EUIC this year. Next week coming out is Out of Pocket, the NAIC champion for Pokemon Go this year. I've got event vlogs on my YouTube channel as well for events that I commentate, because I am a caster for Pokemon on the video game side of things. But I just enjoy all of the various activities that the Pokemon games present, so hence I'm shiny hunting, hence I will be doing all kinds of different Pokemon runs at some point, but for now we are stuck in the Safari Zone. Safari Week is long gone, but we haven't found any shinies yet, so we keep going until we find one. That's what I'm saying for now. We'll see how that develops, because the longer it goes, A, the more committed I am to finding a shiny, but B, you know, I want to move on and do other things, so we'll just have to see. Anyway, you're all very welcome here. Thanks so much for being here. And of course, do drop a like and a subscribe if you're enjoying the stream. Would mean a huge amount. Thanks, everyone. You'll be back in a bit. See you in a bit, Casey. And yes, I'm sure you've heard the weather report from the UK, Christopher. Horrendous. You're hunting with 4 Game Boy Advance SP for Zangoose, Vulpix on Ruby and Leaf Green, and you're doing Ace for Ivysaur on Emerald. Not sure what you mean by Ace there, but cool. Sound like some great hunts done, man. So, I actually did the equivalent Zangoose hunt with Seviper and Sapphire a couple of years ago now in the autumn of 2022. And I was very lucky. I found Seviper on my first phase. Crazy. It was my target, and that's what we got. I know there are some people who, you know, have been doing that Zangoose or Seviper hunt for a very long time. So yeah, I was very lucky to get that Survivor. I hope that your Zangoose shines for you soon, and it's such a cool shiny. Vulpix Leaf Green, I love Vulpix as well. You can see Vulpix up here. Salar is the name of my Vulpix here. Hello, Salar. Good evening. Yeah, big fan of Vulpix. If I were to have any Pokemon as a pet, it would be Vulpix. Warm cuddles. Ride on my shoulder. All that jazz. Oh, I see. Well, good luck with the Ivysaur hunt. Jack, hello. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How was your Tuesday, Jack? Hope you've had a good day. Yeah, I've had a few questions, Jack. My sort of cliffhanger question from yesterday was if you could create your own first partner Pokemon trio. 1 grass, 1 fire, 1 water. From any of the generations, what would it be? Another question was, what do you think of this new, seemingly official term, powerhouse Pokemon for the Pokemon that appear later in the Pokedex, like the Dratini line, the Bagon line, the Larvitar line, etc. Of course, as always, what do you think is going to shine first? I'll let you know if there are any other questions that we asked that I remember. Glad your day was alright, Jack. Lou! Haha! Everyone, welcome Lou the Pikachu to the chat. Very good to see you, Lou. Exactly, where are the shinies? We've got Pokerus, 2.5 times rarer than a shiny, but we don't have a shiny. Crazy. Crazy. We do have a Chansey. Haven't encountered many of those tonight, but it's not shiny. We are more than 3.5 times over odds, everyone. We've got the lucky binoculars with us as well, but still no shiny yet. Hope that happens soon. I've got so many other quests that I want to stream, but we've got to find a shiny. I remember when I asked on the last day of Safari Week, look chat, do I keep going until I get a shiny in the Safari Zone, or do I move on? Half hoping they would say, oh, move on, but no. Everyone wanted me to stay. And I'm committed at this point, you know. We're in it too deep to stop looking now. If we're still going for, like, you know, another good few weeks, maybe we'll have to reassess. But for now, surely, we'll find a shiny soon. Lou, how has your day been? Always a pleasure to see you. You love the new term Powerhouse Pokemon, Jack? Yes. No, it's a really... Yeah, I'm glad they have an official term. Lou, what do you think about this new Powerhouse Pokemon name for your Dratini line, your Larvitar line, Bagon line, Beldum line, all of those kinds of Pokemon? I'm glad they have an official term. Thank you for the shiny lot, Lou. Thank you very much. Hope you have a very good evening. Last week of school. Woohoo! Enjoy the last week of school and enjoy the weekend. Enjoy being on summer holidays, Lou. Very much appreciate you stopping by the stream. Hopefully Lou is the good luck charm that we need, everyone. I very, very much hope so. And Jack, for your question. Oh, interesting. That's a very cool idea for a Pokemon there, Jack. Water Cat evolves into Water Psychic, using psychic powers to change the currents to increase its speed. That's very cool. I actually just meant, Jack, out of the existing first partner Pokemon. So, like, for me, my new trio would be Trico, Fuecoco, and Squirtle, just because those are my favourites of each type from each generation, if that makes sense. So, yeah. What would be that for you? But still, very cool idea for a Pokemon there. Grass Platypus that would evolve into a grass fighting type to create whatever territory it prefers, using its overwhelming strength. Very cool ideas, Jack. Also have work for you tomorrow, and then you're off till the 28th. Very nice, Ronnie. Yes, you said that you were travelling next week or going on holiday, right? What are you up to? Where are you going? Litton, Sprigatito, Froakie. So, a couple of cats there. I'm sure that Lou will be very pleased to see that. Lou, we were just talking about if you were to create a your own first partner Pokemon trio, but from the Pokemon that already exist. What would it be? So yeah, it would be Squirtle, Trico, and Fuecoco for me. You're going to Spain next Tuesday, Ronnie. Well, wonder how they'll do in the football. I wonder the kind of mood you'll encounter there. But very nice. Very nice. Enjoy your holiday next week. I know it's a little way off yet, but still. While I have the opportunity to say it, I hope you have a fantastic time. It's at 8. Ooh, wow. Alarm clock at 3 in the morning. Goodness. It'll be worth it when you're there. It'll be worth it when you're there, Ronnie. What is everyone else's summer plans? Is anyone going away on holiday? And where are you going? What holidays do people have to look forward to? I don't have any summer plans booked yet, actually. I'm looking forward to just hunkering down and creating as much content as I can, really. But would like to go away with my girlfriend, probably just somewhere in the UK. We've enjoyed having little UK trips. Those are the words I'm looking for. Past couple of years. It's very chill. But yeah. Anyone else's summer plans? So I have to wake up at 7 the Monday before with a little bit less sleep, so you can sleep a bit that night. That's a good idea. I can't really talk about any official events, I'm afraid, Ronnie. Time to hydrate. I am so bad at hydrating on these streams. So, over 29,500 encounters with no shiny. Wonder if we've now got Pokeross on another game. I will check for Pokeross at the end. So if we are getting a shiny before 30,000, it's going to have to come soon. Place your bets, everyone, as to what's going to shine first. I am saying execute this time. Got that feeling. Also, I watched Matt Absolblog's Pokemon's Safari Week compilation earlier for a little bit of inspiration. Hopefully a little bit of shiny luck. And he found a couple of execute. He's only managed to catch a couple of execute in his time. Including one that was in that compilation video, so that's cool. Please for him. And of course, I've got my interview with Matt Absolblog's Pokemon on the podcast. Episode 12 came out a couple of weeks ago. Do go and check that out. Had a really fantastic time talking to Matt. Such an inspiring person. Always enthusiastic. Love talking to him. So that's going to be on my channel. Well, it already is on my channel. Fire snake that would evolve into a fire dark uses its ferocious fangs to catch its prey, and its hissing is said to be quite calming. These are fantastic ideas, Jack. Can't help but notice the Incineroar similarity there, fire dark. Really nice ideas. 200 football, France might be out. Okay. Yeah, because there's only about 10, 15 or so minutes left of the game, right? No plans until September for you, Jack. What are your plans in September? Are you going away on holiday there? Or otherwise? Welcome back, Casey. Welcome back. Shocking, but you haven't missed anything. We'll do the Pokerus check at the end again, though. There's no... It's difficult to work out, really, if we've got Pokerus twice. Obviously, I'm always going to lead that Staryu, so I have Illuminate in the Emerald. So I'm not going to deposit it, and as long as that has Pokerus, we're not really going to be able to tell if we've got Pokerus again in that game. But maybe the others, we'll have to see. Intimidate with parting shot. That's sounding all too familiar, Jack. Oh, I see. Right, yes. So, your next travel will be, of course, for Pokemon events. Very nice. Okay, so you've been doing any shiny hunting since Safari Week? Do a meetup at Little Regionals. Nice. True, you can just go to Pokemon events, can't you? Rather than travelling in free time, yeah. You get to see a lot of the world travelling for Pokemon events. Almost 30k comes in. He's a little sparkling friend. Well, appreciate that, Casey. Are we going to get it before 30k? Reverse psychology here. At this point, I just want to surpass 30,000. So I hope we don't get it before 30,000. See if the games are dabbling in reverse psychology as well. Now then. And streaming on your shiny fire-type only playthrough of Shiny Pearl. Nice. Oh yeah, you're still going for that Chimchar. The encounter, the resets are so long there. Good luck, Casey. I hope it shines for you soon. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that fire-type quest. Very cool, very cool. Love a monotype run, and if there's anything I love more than a monotype run, it's a monotype shiny run. Now then, what discussion topic should we get going? Oh yeah, someone actually asked before. Favourite rival? Which is something we have talked about before on the stream. But, may well have plenty of new people here, I'm not sure. For me, it's probably Silver, as in the rival from Generation 2. Weird that you've got the rival Silver and then also Mount Silver in Generation 2. Strange that they've doubled up on that name. Could have been gold, I guess, for the balance alongside Mount Silver. But Silver, I guess, kind of makes more sense as a name. Anyway, yes, the Generation 2 rival. I think it's a really... They made the rival character a very different kind from the rival in the first game, in Generation 1. Which I think was wise. Definitely distinct. I have my eyes on every Kangaskhan that goes across the screen just in case it's shiny. But no. Obviously, Gary and Blue, the Generation 1 rival, is a classic. In fact, this is kind of bending the parameters of the question, but technically, I guess, my favourite rival would be Red, top of Mount Silver in Generation 2, just because I remember encountering him for the first time when I was younger and just having my mind blown. This is me from Generation 1. What's going on, you know? But not so much a rival. Not so much a rival who's there for you throughout the game. Exactly. Question mark, question mark, question mark. That's right. Wally for you. So you say no questions asked, Jack. No hesitation, but why? Why, Wally? And for you, Ronnie. You'll get there eventually, yes. You absolutely will, Casey, getting that shiny Chimchar. Here's another question for you all. Beyond the rival question. Do you always name the rival in your Pokemon game as something specific? Back when we could. I guess Nemona is kind of the rival in Generation 9. Jack, you're going to have to be more specific than that. Then he's cool. But it's great to see that love for Wooly. I do like Wooly's storyline. Where he's suddenly in great health. And his passion is ignited by Pokemon. May or Seth is your favourite Jake? Interesting. Yeah. I feel like it's a very healthy rivalry that goes on with May and Seth. After your boyfriend or another friend of mine, Ronnie, for what you always name your rival. Yeah, nice. Amazing character development. Fire battle music in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm on board with that, for sure. Just wanted to hear your reasoning. Yeah, what do we all name the rival in the Pokemon games that you can name the rival? Because for me, recently, it's been... It's been after James, who sometimes appears in chat. James Ellis. Jealous. Because we bonded over Pokemon when we met. And so he's kind of the closest thing I have to a rival, really. Even though it's not like we knew each other since we were very young. But, yeah. I remember over lockdown talking to James about Pokemon. We really... got back into it over lockdown, and so yeah, it's been jealous since then. How about everyone else? What do you name your rival in your games? Nearly 250 encounters away from 30,000 encounters. Dodrio, Raticate, Apom. Right. Let's get back in the leaf green safari zone. Got Phosphorus, my Staryu illuminating in leaf green. Phosphorus is Greek for Lightbringer. I got Lux, the Staryu illuminating in fire red. No, in emerald. Lux is Latin for light. So I studied those languages at university. And they're dead languages, so I've got to use them when I can. Spain is going to finals. Congratulations to Spain. Yeah, a formidable opponent. From what I hear, they've been on fine form this Euros. Not that I've paid too much attention to it, but that's certainly what I've heard. You just name them whatever you can think of at the time. Interesting, Jack. Mrs. Coleman heartily approves of my favourite Pokemon. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Coleman. I didn't think Mrs. Coleman was a big fan of Kingdra. But I'm glad she does. I'm trying to remember if your wife has ever told me what her favourite Pokemon is. I'm What is her favourite Pokemon, Christopher? You hate picking names on anything, Sabrina. Your Stardew farms are always farm. That's hilarious. My girlfriend is a big fan of Stardew Valley. I will tell her that. Farm. Do you hate picking names on anything, Sabrina, because you're sort of worried you want to change it down the line? Is it a commitment thing? Or is it something else? Our targets, everyone, for anyone who's new here, and welcome if you are new. Ledabur in Emerald. Pinsir in Leaf Green. Kangaskhan, Tauros, Fire Red, and Larvitar in Soul Silver. 29,750, so just 250 encounters to go until 30,000. Are we going to get it before 30,000? The fact that we got Pokerus yesterday was a nice reminder that these random things can just happen at any time, you know? You do, of course, in a hunt that goes on this long, start to question whether your games are broken, maybe there are no Shinies programmed into your game, blah 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 blah. But the fact that we got Pokerus on Emerald is a very timely reminder that all bets are off. Having said all bets are off, place your bets as to what the first Pokemon that shines is going to be. I'm going with Execute this time. Yes, do. Surprised you don't know what our favourite Pokemon is, Christopher. That seems like one of the very first questions that one should ask a Pokemon fan, especially if one is dating them, or more than that. Commitment thing, you'll also sit for ages thinking of names. Naming Pokemon is either instant or days. Wow, Sabrina. Well, at least we can now rename them at any time in the games. I mean, we could before, but it required getting to a particular location for the name rater, I suppose. Favourite Pikachu form? Now, what do you mean by that, Jack? Do you mean sort of Pichu versus Raichu versus Alolan Raichu? I assume you do. One of the Cap Pikachu, I guess. I'd probably say Alolan Raichu. Very cool Pokemon, very cool ability, especially compared with Miraidon these days in Regulation Set G. Surge Surfer with the electric terrain. No shinies for you today, Ronnie. Fair enough. Just gotta keep at it. You had 2 in Pokemon Go, Ronnie. That's exciting. Which shinies did you find? Ronnie's shiny luck continues. Kangaskhan. Not shiny. Clamperl and Venipede. Very nice. Those are great shinies. Well, if it isn't Jazza 2607. Thank you for your encouragement there, Jazza. Anyone who's not aware, Jazza is another good friend of mine from school, just like Christopher. Very good to see you here in the stream. How has your day been, Jazza? Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're bringing me that shiny luck, because we're approaching 30,000 encounters. The shiny odds are 1 in 8,192, so we are way over odds. A benefit of being so over odds is that when we do find a shiny, or on future hunts, I mean, few will compare to this. I mean, touch wood, hopefully we don't go over odds like this for a while, but shiny hunts in the future will hopefully fly by. Still no shine, Toasted, that's right. Still no shine. We've got plenty of new faces in the chat bringing the shiny luck. But welcome, Toasted. Good to see you as always. After that Pokerus yesterday, let's hope we do find a shiny today. Base male or female, one of the cat Pikachu. Cosplay Pikachu's Gigantamax. Oh, I see. Yes. Surfboard or balloon Pikachu. The surfboard one is cool. And you mean specifically Pikachu. I'd probably say the surfing one. I've got fond memories of that. If it isn't William Hatcher. A good question. Another friend of mine from school. Seems like I'm being ambushed by my school buddies here. Well, welcome, William. Very good to see you. I don't know if this will mean anything to you, Will, but we're going for Ledibur in this one, in Emerald. The black Nintendo DS up here. That's the Ladybird Pokemon. We're going for Pinsir in Leaf Green. The silver Game Boy Advance SP down here. That's a big Stag Beetle Pokemon. In Fire Red, this black Game Boy Advance SP. Going for Kangaskhan, Kangaroo Pokemon, and Tauros, a Bull Pokemon. And then in Soul Silver, which is this green DS here. Where's my finger? There it is. We're going for Larvitar, which is like a little rock-eating gremlin thing. So yeah. Thank you for asking, William. Quite a fan of Flygon, but also like Salazzle. Very well put. Very cool Pokemon. That's an interesting combination, actually. Salazzle and Flygon. Quite a few generations apart. Better than watching the footy. Glad you think so, Jamie. I hear that Spain are through. From what I understand, a pretty exciting game to start with, but then did it get a little bit more dull after that? Seems like there weren't too many goals scored later on. Captain Pikachu. Yeah, nice. Call out to the latest anime there. And supported by Sam. Should I ask a question when Lou pops in? True, yes, Lou the Pikachu, maybe. She would have strong opinions on that. All action in the first half, yeah, that's what it certainly seemed like. Oops, didn't mean to use this fireball. Now, for the benefit of Will, Jamie, anyone else who's new here, this is Safari Week. I say this is Safari Week. Safari Week ended 2 weeks ago, but the point of Safari Week is to hunt in the Safari Zone until you find a shiny. We still have not found a single shiny. What are shinies? They are alternate colorations of Pokemon. They're very rare. They're otherwise no different from the regular forms. But prize for their rarity, and very cool to own something so rare, especially if it's a favourite Pokemon of yours. And every Pokemon has a shiny variant, more or less. I asked chat whether I keep going until I get a shiny, and they said yes. So here we are, nearly at 30,000 encounters. The odds of a shiny are 1 in 8,000, so we are approaching 4 times over odds now. Last night we did get Pokerus in Emerald, this black DS up here. There we go. One day I'll learn how to point at my consoles on camera. And Pokerus is a 1 in 21,000-ish chance. And we got that. If we can get something that's 2.5 times rarer than a shiny, we can get a shiny. Surely. Not quite our 7-1 Brazil-Germany event. Wasn't that 7-2? Wasn't that the score that evening, Jamie? I remember that well. Yes. Jamie and I, World Cup, many moons ago. We were deciding between watching a film or the football. It was Brazil versus Germany. We thought probably be another 0-0 shocker in the football. We'll watch a film. What happens? The score ends up being 7-2. So, that was an error on our part, but still, fun story. We'll never forget that. Safari month. Please don't say Safari year. Please don't say Safari decade. Thank you very much, Ronnie and Jack. I do like Luke's idea of having a fake beard that I put on as Safari Week goes on. I'll have to see how long we do go for. Welcome in, everyone, if you're new. And yes, to complete what I was saying about Safari Week before, I have 4 different systems here. to up the odds. Well, that's the theory, anyway. But we still don't have a single shiny, so... that hasn't worked out too well, has it? Sorry, life. Sorry, Sandra, I found one in 21-24. Well, thank you so much for the good vibes, Ronnie. Maybe you'll reverse psychology, in which case I appreciate it. Just enough to make day 2 at a regionals or internationals. What do you mean by that, Jack? I'm not with you. Not on your wavelength there. Are there any that don't have a shiny variant? And hello to you, Sammy. Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Yes, we're still here. No, we still don't have a shiny. This is bizarre, isn't it? This is bizarre. Do start to wonder if there are any shinies. But yesterday we did find Pokerus, Sammy, so at least something is changing in our save files here. Are there any that don't have a shiny? So, technically, Christopher, there are shinies that just haven't been revealed officially yet. So people don't actually know what the shiny colours are going to be. But in theory, every Pokemon has a shiny variant, yes. Just, they haven't yet been revealed, so. Can I get a legendary shiny? Yes. Yes. Legendary shinies can definitely be found. Every Pokemon, again, certainly the older legendaries that you'd be familiar with, Jamie, they can be shiny. Which is quite a find. And, you know, definitely want to shiny hunt some legendaries at some point. So, yeah. Tech question from you, Will. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Coming from you. The last thing I'd expect. How many times have I had to charge my device over Safari week, month, year? Good question. That is a good question. The DSs are certainly more robust than the Game Boy Advance SPs. The DSs I have charged maybe only twice. And this is day 16 of streaming. So not bad going. The Game Boy Advance SPs, I've been charging the silver one more than the black one. I replaced the rechargeable battery in the black one a couple of years ago now, so yeah, that battery's still holding up strong. I think the battery needs replacing in the silver one because I fully charged it last night, and like an hour into stream today, it needed charging again, so I'll keep my eye on that. But yeah, that's your... those are the technicalities there for you, Will. I know you lapped it up. Start building my house in the Safari Zone, shall I? I'll be there forever. Well, I could just move into one of the existing huts that's in the Safari Zone, couldn't I, Ronnie? If they'd very kindly let me move in. But yeah, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. Even Matt Absol blogs Pokemon in his shiny compilation from Safari Week that I watched earlier. His longest phase ended at like 22,000 encounters, I think. Crazy. Obviously, you start to question whether you've missed a shiny. I just think I'd have seen it, but it's true. I mean, they're different colours, but if you miss the sparkles at the start, some of the shiny variants are relatively similar to the regular ones, so they could be missed. I don't think I have, though. I don't think I have. I think I'd notice. So, if the shiny hunt goes on through the summer with no luck, Toasted, you might have to just make some shiny pixel art for his consolation. Well, that's a very kind offer, Toasted. I would love to see that, but obviously, you know, whatever's feasible for you, my friend. But that's a very sweet thing to say. Thank you. Thank you, Toasted. Very much enjoyed seeing your sort of portfolio post, Toasted, today on Instagram. Very cool to see. Very talented. If you're enjoying the stream, everyone, do remember to drop a like and a subscribe. All those things really do go a long way. I know you've heard it all before, but trust me. All kinds of future opportunities and so on come from, as a content creator, come from engagement with the stuff you're doing. So would hugely appreciate that. I've got all my socials linked below if you want to have a follow. I've got my Discord community linked below, Chazindra's Chocolate Factory, if you want to get involved there. So we can hang out outside of stream. Comparing Pokemon that we find, the shinies that we encounter, competitive side of things, as well as comparing Pokemon trivia, fun facts that we come across with Pokemon or not. Got the next episode of my podcast, Chazingdra Chats, dropping tomorrow. With Freya Pierce, trading card game caster. Had a very inspiring chat with Freya. Excited for you all to hear that. Got event vlogs on my YouTube channel. Got my vlog of the Bologna special event that I casted at the beginning of June coming out soon. Future stream ideas too. Just all dependent on finding a shiny in the Safari Zone. So, plenty of Chazingdra goodness to get involved in. I'll be streaming again this week. It might be tomorrow. It might be later on in the evening. One evening this week or multiple evenings this week. We'll have to see. But anyway, very much appreciate you all being here. I've also got my Patreon link below if you want to support me as a creator. All support hugely appreciated, but fundamentally just appreciate you all being here hanging out tonight. You really do make the encounters fly by. We've been going for 2 hours already tonight, so thank you so much, everyone. Pleasure to see you here. Hope I'm making your day a little bit merrier. Oops, Total 5's in the grass and Soul Silver. What do you mean, like Koridon on the riding there, Jack? I'm missing messages, I know. I did see your 7-2 message earlier. Day 2 of the regional. Hello, Aberig. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Very good to see you here. How's your day been? How have everyone's Tuesdays been? Jamie, how's your Tuesday been? Will, how's your Tuesday been? I've heard all about Christopher's, and yes, of course, he's putting us to shame with everything he's achieved in his Tuesday. But welcome, Aberig. Yeah, we still don't have a shiny, and we're nearly at 30,000. If we're getting a shiny before 30,000, it's got to come in the next 39 encounters. But I also hope we go over 30,000 just because, you know, for the anecdote. Maybe we missed a Hoot Hoot Jack. Maybe, although I think it's a little bit brighter. Well, it's significantly brighter, significantly more yellow, I think, than the regular colouring. Or at least I hope so. At least I hope so. My hands are not cramping at the end of this, actually, Jamie. I think it's partly because I've got 4 consoles here, so they're constantly active. They're not ever stuck in one position for too long. I mean, you should see some of the some shiny hunters who are more hardcore than I am at this point, with their 7 or so systems that they're playing all at once. To up those odds, no end. There's a certain joy that comes out of seeing an old Game Boy Advance SP again. I'm sure all the gamers can relate. You've had a very mundane in the office. Wish you were playing Pokemon. Living the dream. Yeah, well. Hey, if you want to make it happen, Jamie, then you can. You can become an absolute gamer. But I hope that tomorrow's day in the office is much more interesting for you, Jamie. Sorry to hear it was a mundane one. Do I remember you? We played in Belgium. You're the yeah, of course I remember you, Aberig. Oh my goodness, yes, I knew that Aberig rang a bell. Yeah, I'll never forget forgetting to terrestrialize in our battle, which I could have won. But who knows? Who knows how games 2 and 3 would have gone if it went to a game 3. But yes, that was ridiculous. I remember seeing that turn play out and thinking, hang on a second, why is my Como not terrestrializing? How silly. But yes, Aberig, very good to see you again. That Clefable still haunts me. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining this Tuesday evening. Hope you've had a good day. We are 7 encounters, well, now, 3 encounters away from 30,000. 30,000! That's a massive number. Oh my goodness. Hello, Taiki. That's right. Just in time to see 30k. You're celebrating that. There it is. 30,000, everyone. 30,000 encounters. This is absolutely crazy. 30,000 encounters. We keep going. We keep going. We're going to get a shiny. At some point. Day 16 of Safari Week, which ended 2 weeks ago. The shiny odds are 1 in 8,000, and we're at 30,000 with no shiny. It could still happen tonight, everyone. The stream will be going on for another 45 minutes or so, still plenty of time to find a shiny, or indeed Pokerus, which we will check for at the end of the stream. Grace! Hello, Grace! Very good to hear from you. Please say hello back from me, Jamie. And I hope that you're both doing very well. I hope that Grace has a good day. Isn't the weather shocking right now in the UK? I gather it's kind of been similar across the world, but what is going on? Mid-July, grey, rainy, horrendous. It's not normally this bad. You're too busy playing a more grown-up game. Fortnite. Yeah. Maybe one of these days I'll hop onto Fortnite, but as you can see, I'm just too busy being a pro Pokémon trainer, mate. So, I'll have to see. Sure, it'll be fun, though. Hope you're enjoying your Fortnite times. You're good, but you're crashing into bed once it's on 30,000. Well, we're past that, my friend, so good night. Thank you. Very good to see you again, though. Aberig. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Maybe see you in a stream later on this week. But I appreciate you stopping by. Any other Fortnite players in here to keep Jamie, Christopher and Will company? I've never tried it myself. I have watched people playing it, and I've watched people who are very good playing it. Looks like a lot of fun. And maybe not something that takes too long to get the hang of, but maybe William Hatcher would beg to differ. Not sure. 30,000, that's right. 30,000. Well, I did say I want to hit 30,000, so there you go. It's been raining again here in Florida. Fix the driveway again. Oh my goodness. Yeah, going out of that bucket, making sure that the driveway doesn't flood, Sammy. Good effort. Wow. Don't imagine it raining in Florida in July, but thank you for illuminating me there, Sammy. Hope the weather gets better for you soon. Hope the weather gets better across the world soon. You appreciate me? Well, thank you, Sergio. Very much appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Appreciate the all caps as well. That's the boost that I need. Appreciate your time and effort to keep us entertained. Oh, well, thanks, Sergio. That means a lot. Thank you. But you guys keep me so entertained as well with your tales of the days. And, of course, Sergio, your stories about playing in music videos, playing guitar, your friend playing the drums. Remind me the name of the band that played? I've already forgotten it. It was 2 words, I believe. One of which began with a T. Broke 30k. How's it even feel, Casey? To be honest, you know how they say age is just a number? That's how I'm feeling about these encounters right now. Yeah. Just a number. When we find a shiny, it only takes 1 encounter to find a shiny. I think basically what I'm saying is I'm past the point of feeling too sort of exhausted by it all. We're just going to go until we get a shiny. So, yeah. In a way it feels good, Casey, because there will be few hunts that go on this long. So A, hopefully I'm just paving the way for much better luck in my shiny hunting from here on out. For a while, at least. B, any future shiny hunt I do that seems a bit long, having had this experience, it's going to seem all that more bearable. So, I don't really mind, to be honest. But I do have plenty of other things I'd like to stream, so it would be really nice to find the shiny soon. Really, really nice. But thank you for asking, Casey. It's a good question. Well past your bedtime. Thank you very much, Christopher, for joining. So appreciate you being here. It's very kind of you indeed. All the best of luck for your travels tomorrow, Christopher. And it means a huge amount for you to stop by, so thank you so much. Sleep very well. And much love. Shade being thrown. It's true, Will, it's true. How is Fortnite going for you? Are you improving at that game, Will, or... I have no doubt you'll be much better than me. Coming from someone who's never played it, so I mean, obvious, but yeah. There's that. Your son plays, but it's not your thing. You don't have the hand-eye coordination. Fair enough, Luke. Fair enough. Very fast-paced game. KC, you don't know if you need to congratulate me with a giant hug or cry that a Pokemon hasn't shined yet. Yeah. A bit of both, I think. A bit of both. But, hey. Look, we're pumped. I think we're just in a groove now. We're in a rhythm, you know? Certainly makes it easier. Time to play soccer with your kids. Yeah, exactly. Age is just a number, my friend. You're as young as you feel. And you've only done as many encounters as you feel like you've done. We can roll with that. Imagine if I wasn't counting encounters, I wouldn't know. That'd be fine. I find that I always overestimate how many encounters I've done if I'm not counting. Because we tend to create this sort of negative narrative, don't we? Oh, surely we're over like 50,000 now, you know. You're going to head to bed, you're exhausted, fair enough. Well, I hope you sleep very well, Jack, and thank you so much for being here again. Yeah. Good luck for your Wednesday, Jack. Hope you enjoy the next episode of the podcast dropping tomorrow with Freya. And always appreciate you stopping by the stream. So thank you, and sleep well, Jack. Keep in mind that this hunt should bode well for future hunts coming under odds. It should do, but there's no rhyme or reason really, is there, Casey? So, who knows? Also, I was kind of overdue this luck because the Sapphire Dream Team quest I did a couple of years ago when I wasn't streaming. Every single target, all 6, plus Kyogre as a bonus 7th, was under odds, so can't complain too much. And that was just on the one save file as well. I was very, very lucky indeed. Maybe I'll stream my Elite Four run. That's all I have left to do on that Sapphire Dream Team quest. For anyone who's unfamiliar, a Dream Team quest is where you shiny hunt predetermined targets on one playthrough of the game or one save file. More than one if, you know, you've been stuck for a little while. And you play through the game with that shiny team. Very special, you form a real bond with the Pokemon you have there. So yeah, kind of overdue going over odds here by quite a bit, but could happen at any time. Just takes one encounter. Off-topic question. British wines. Oh my goodness. Wow. Unfortunately, Sergio, I'm not the person to ask. I don't really know wines too much at all, let alone British wines. So, sorry about that, Sergio, but if anyone can help Sergio in the chat, then please do. You carried Jamie the other night. Good. Very good. Excellent, Will. Obviously, I have no idea what I'm saying, Will. I've never seen you play Fortnite, so for all I know, you could be the best one, and they've just built up this false narrative of you being the worst one at Fortnite. So, I have no doubt that you carried Jamie the other night. Congratulations for that. Barely 4:23 p.m. in Texas. Yeah. Well, likewise, Sergio, it's hard for me to wrap around it being so early for you. But yeah, it's nearly 10:30 in the evening here in the UK. Appreciate you tuning in from Texas, Sergio, and at that time in the afternoon. Hopefully it's a chill way to spend your Tuesday afternoon. Try Chapel Down. There you go. We're helping each other out. Always a pleasure to see that in chat. If you're here because you saw that silly video I made earlier advertising the stream, then thank you. Hope you had as much fun watching it as I did coming up with it. And of course, the longer we go without a shiny, the more you'll have to brace yourselves for silly videos like that. Just to warn you. Glad it's a pleasure to be here, Sergio. Love to hear that. Now, let's get a Pokemon-infused question going here. Something that can involve Will and Jamie here as well, who aren't such... Perhaps Jamie slightly more than Will, but aren't so well-versed in Pokemon these days, at least. Ronnie, yes, of course. Is it not your last day of work tomorrow? In which case, enjoy it. Make the most of your last day of work. Enjoy freedom. And you're not here tomorrow. Not sure for the rest of the week. Well, fair enough, Ronnie. Always appreciate you stopping by. Sleep very well. Sorry that you didn't find a shiny tonight. Thank you for keeping us posted on the football results. And see you very soon, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow or not, but I will keep you all posted. Cheers, Ronnie. Hope I've made your day merry. And sleep well. More silly vids coming out from you, Jamie. Yes, okay, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Bring on the beard, Luke. Yeah, true. We have broken 30,000 now, haven't we? And that is what you said. Beard for post 30,000. Can't wait for the podcast with Freya running. Good, yeah. Should be an interesting listen. Thank you very much. Hope you're looking forward to it. Since you joined the stream while I was fire hunting alongside Osiris Shoots back, you got recommended and decided to stop by. Oh, cool. Well, pleased it was recommended for you. It was always a good laugh talking to Lee. It's difficult. It's a shame that we can't stream together more, but he tends to stream more middle of the day, which doesn't work out so well for me normally. And I'm more in the evening. I'm glad I always make your day merry, and that's the correct spelling of merry in this instance, Ronnie. Very kind of you. Thank you. And that's very kind as well. Love to have you in the streams, Ronnie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cheers again, Ronnie, and enjoy your last day of work tomorrow. Very exciting. If I've got that right, which I think I have. Anyway, yes, let's have... You know what, let's ask a classic. What's everyone's favourite Generation 1 Pokemon? Go on, lay it on us. Who are you rooting for? Question that involves everyone here. Oof. Squirtle obviously holds a special place for me, but would it be Squirtle? It's tough. I love Vulpix as well up there. Actually, all three of them up there I really like. Porygon and Lapras. I'm a big fan of Lapras. Obviously the Horsey line, Seadra. I think Seadra is one of the coolest middle evolutions there are. There is. There it is, just surfing there. Alongside Wartortle, I think that's another really cool middle stage evolution. Of course, at one point it was a final evolution, so makes a lot of sense. Okay, I believe I couldn't have wasted any more steps there. As in, I did it in the most efficient number of steps possible, getting back to the Kangaskhantaurus area. That is so much quicker. I'm glad I discovered that from watching Safari Week compilation videos earlier. Every little optimization helps. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw a rock at you there, Vananat. Sorry, that must be painful. Anyway, yeah, favourite Gen 1 Pokemon. I'm going to say probably not including starters, because there'll be a lot of people going for the first partner Pokemon there. Last day of work. Yes. Good running. Well, enjoy it. Very exciting. Favourite Gen 1 for you is Venusaur, Sergio. Fair enough. And what about if we're not including starters? Raichu, of course, for you, Casey. Speaking of Gen 1, any news? Abra Orma Chop Lines and Legends ZA. Why'd you ask? Why'd you ask, Sergio? Pikachu for you, Sammy. A classic answer. Blastoise, yeah, answer to most questions. Good point, Luke. For you? Horsey line as much for Gen 2 with Kingdra. Kingdra is my favourite. It's a very good question, Casey, and I just never thought about it as seriously. I think if you'd asked me about Horsey back then, I'd have said, you know what, yeah, I do really like Horsey, but I hadn't thought about it as overtly, if that makes sense. But yes, Kingdra is my favourite. But yeah, very good question, Casey. Executor for you, Jay. Very good answer. Farfetch, Sam. Love that. Yeah, of course. Big Farfetch love. All the duck Pokemon. Farfetch is so cool. You only get it via an in-game trade in Generation 1 and the Gen 3 remakes. Holding that leak item. I remember when I used Farfetch'd in a playthrough of Leaf Green over lockdown, and very powerful with the leak. It's like Cubone and Marowak with a thick club. Overwhelmingly powerful. Incredible. So yeah, support that choice. Gengar for you, Jamie. Very nice. Very nice. Cool Pokemon, that. Have you seen, Jamie, my girlfriend made me a bunch of little Pokemon figures out of clay. This is Gengar. Love how that face has come out. Yeah. Excellent choice with Gengar. Poliwhirls, one of your faves since childhood. Taiyaki. Yeah. I remember you talking about Poliwhirl before, I think. Very happy. Simple Pokemon. Love it. Cool shiny as well. A good example of a subtle shiny that's just very well done, I think. Just that slightly lighter shade of blue. It takes all sorts of shinies to make a shiny Pokedex, doesn't it? And you've got to have the more outlandish as well as the more subtle. Adorable, yes. That little Gengar, Sabrina, thank you, yeah. Certainly is adorable. Fave non-starter would be Machamp. Ooh, love seeing him back in the newer games. Interesting. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Sergio, I found a random shiny Machamp before the first gym in my playthrough of Shining Pearl. I was so excited. James Ellis, who's sometimes in the stream, would very much appreciate you showing that love for Machamp. Oddish for you, Sabrina. Nice. Nice to see that cute little weed get shown some love. Or Krabby or Kingler, Jamie. I wonder why. I wonder why. Anyone who's not aware, I think I've mentioned this on stream before, actually, when Jamie wasn't here. A previous day's stream, but yes, Jamie and I challenged ourselves to name all of the original Pokemon, which we did, only forgot 2, and they were, of course, Krabby and Kingler. So those will always hold a special place, it's true. And then we challenged ourselves to name all the Disney films, which we duly did. Get Back. I was staying over at Jamie's place. Get Back the next morning. My brother opens the door. We say that we've been naming all the Disney films. He immediately says, "Oh, did you get Treasure Planet?" We did not get Treasure Planet. So, that's our running joke. I now have a Krabby and Kingler t-shirt. Jamie now has a Treasure Planet t-shirt. Good times. Which I mean frustrating times. James Ellis is your nemesis, Jamie. You've been dropping by for basically every stream, I've got to say, Jamie. Not for the whole thing, but always stops by to say hello and say good luck. Awkward. You're craving some ice cream. Had some Rocky Road ice cream last week and you need it in your life now. Ooh, yeah. Is that a Ben & Jerry's sort of situation there, Sergio? Haven't had ice cream. Actually, that's a lie. I rarely have ice cream at the moment. I don't know why. It just hasn't worked out that way. But in Bologna, when I was casting the special event there at the start of June, got some gelato. Got fig and ricotta. Oh, it was incredible. As well as coffee. I do like a coffee ice cream. But yeah, the fig and gelato was next level. Chunks of fig in it, fig jam in it. It was amazing. The Italians know how to do ice cream. By which I mean, they know how to do gelato. Because gelato is technically different. Not entirely sure how, but... well, maybe that's just what they call it, though. Chocolate ice cream mixed in with chocolate chips, chopped almonds, and small marshmallows. Nice. Sounds good. Sounds like it comes out well as an ice cream. We've had barely any chances tonight. I mean, I know it's a 1% encounter rate, but most other nights we tend to find more. Amaretto ice cream, yes. It was amazing, it was amazing. Oh, ice cream. Got me thinking about ice cream this late at night. Dangerous, Sergio, dangerous. I never answered my own question about favourite Generation 1 Pokemon besides starters. I'm sure I'm forgetting lots. I mean, Articuno is my favourite legendary. Would it be Articuno though? I'm not sure. Lapras is up there, so is Vulpix. Porygon's great as well, but maybe it's not my favourite. I'm going to say Vulpix, you know. I'm going to say Vulpix. I always thought this, because Jamie and I, who's in chat, also saw Detective Pikachu together, back when that came out in the cinema. And in Detective Pikachu, they all have their Generation 1 partner Pokemon that sits on their shoulder. And got me thinking what mine would be, and I think it would be Vulpix. I love foxes, it'll be warm to cuddle, just ride around on the shoulder, very cute. So yeah, thanks Solar. My Vulpix is called Solar, up there. So, gelato and ice cream are different in the way the cream is added. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting, Casey. Didn't know that was what it was. Makes the texture different, I see. How the cream is added to the mixture. Good to know, good to know. You Googled it. Gelato contains more milk and less cream than gelato. Usually doesn't contain any egg, where lots of ice cream does. Oh, I see. So more milk, less egg. Interesting. Interesting to hear. Thank you for that, Casey. Growlithe for the same reason for you. Cute and cuddly. Nice. For the Generation 1 partner Pokemon. Growlithe and Vulpix are paired as well, because you find Growlithe in Pokemon Red and Vulpix in Pokemon Blue only. So yeah, complement each other there, Jamie. Speaking of Vulpix, you haven't started your shiny hunt on Scarlet Violet. Yeah, great shiny that, great shiny. At some point, I'll probably do a Leaf Green Dream Team quest, and Vulpix will be on the team. I highly doubt it wouldn't be on the team. It can learn Raw, so that's kind of scary when you're going for a shiny. Great shiny. William. Best Pokemon-related puns, one-liners. Oh, how long have you got? I have a note on my phone where I just jot down puns and one-liners to do with Pokemon when I think of them. Being put on the spot like this, they're not going to come across well, so I'll throw them out if one comes to mind, but not making any promises. Here's one that I think I used back in Utrecht, so that was March in the Netherlands. This blue Pokemon behind me, this one here, this is called Wobbuffet. Stephen is the name I've given him. Very simple. Based on one of those the things that don't fall down. I don't know what they're called, but you punch them, they just spring right back up. And So when you try... Obviously, people are tuning into the Pokemon competitive streams from around the world. And so I said, we were going to a break, and so I said, if it's late where you are, you're going to want to make like a Wobbuffet and stay up for the next one. Things like that, you know, things like that. Again, loses something when being put on the spot like that, but there you go. There is one answer to your question. Probably not my best, but it's one. Yeah, exactly. Fun facts from Casey. Plenty of opportunities to put fun facts in the Discord as well. In the trivia channel that I've set up recently. So, love to know any lore to do with Pokemon, any fun facts to do with yourselves, any trivia. Always welcome. I'm a big fan of trivia, quizzes, all of that. As Jamie and Will can confirm. Big fan of quizzes. You're off to bed. Thank you very much, Jamie. Thanks so much for joining. Sleep very well. Means a lot to have seen you here. And see you very soon, hopefully. Thanks so much again. Love you, bye. Sergio, you have a pun. Better not take a shower. Nice. Good stuff. I've now got Pokemon puns in the back of my mind. We'll see if any come out in the remainder of the stream. And we'll be going for another 15 minutes or so. It's easy just to stream late into the night, but it can really affect your next day, and I want to be in a good routine of sleep and wake up times, because there's always so much to do during the day on this content creation train. So, alright everyone, we got to ask, having asked about Generation 1. Because the next one is my favourite generation. What is everyone's favourite Generation 2 Pokemon? Obviously, for me, it's Kingdra. So if I am not allowed to choose Kingdra, which is the answer, but if I had to choose the second favourite, what would it be? Chuck into the chat what your favourite Generation 2 Pokemon would be. What would be my second favourite? Ooh. That was a lot of noises in quick succession there, but quite a few came to me at once. Ledyann's up there. Larvitar's probably up there. Oh, there are so many. I love Gen 2. I love Natu and Xatu. So does Freyr. You'll hear more about that in the episode of Chazingdra Chats dropping tomorrow. You're off to, Will. Well, thanks so much again. Thank you so much for joining. Always a pleasure to see you. Very much appreciate it, my friend. Sleep very well. Hope to catch up with you soon. Cheers, mate. Means a lot to have had you here. Corsola for you, Sammy. Very good answer. Blissey, of course, for you, Jake. I do like Pineco and Fortress as well. For Alligator, Totodile my favourite. Johto first partner. I have a soft spot for Espeon. I'm an Espeon man over a Umbreon man, I've got to say. They're both so cool, but just... I don't know, when I was younger I decided I wanted to evolve my Eevee into Espeon, and I worked so hard getting that happiness up so it would evolve, and then I will never forget the day that it did evolve. In the Lake of Rage area. So exciting. What else? Skarmory's super cool. Really like Octillery. I do like the water types in Gen 2. To the point that I did a monotype water run of Soul Silver in lockdown. Oh, that was so much fun. Lantern. Do you like Politoed as well? What was on that team? It was Kingdra, Politoed, Quagsire, Lantern, Octillery, and Slowking. That was it. Anyway, Snubble for you, Sam. You're an Umbreon man, Luke. Fair enough. Call your next Gen 2 rival Charlie now. Do, Luke. Maybe I'd have to call you Luke. I sort of call the rival Luke. On the Heart Gold, where I found the Shiny Totodile when I was resetting for any Shiny First Partner there, because I was watching Kyle Quick Panic's Heart Gold Shiny compilation video for the Shiny Badge Quest he did. I mean, Heart Gold had a Shiny for Alligator on his team. I had to name my rival Kyle there. It was either Kyle or Quick. But, yeah. So, yeah, maybe I'll do the same for you, Luke. But I like to add a little twist on the name. And because you're Star Child Luke, maybe it'll be like Sklook. Slook or something like that. There I am choosing Espeon, you're choosing Umbreon. We complement each other, Luke. Tie between Azumarill and Wobbuffet for you. Yeah, both great options. I think I have to choose one. I'm going to go with Ledian. I'm going to represent my early root bug favourite, Ledian. I just think Ledibur and Ledian are so underrated. Because you can only find Ledibur in the morning in Generation 2. And of course, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I remember just finding that really cool when I was younger. And deliberately playing early so I could find a Ledibur. Also because so many people don't use those early root bug Pokemon for the majority of their playthrough. So that's another reason why I have a soft spot for those early root bug Pokemon, just to uncover their potential. Sudowoodo for you, Sabrina. Very fun choice. Sudowoodo's a lot of fun. What up, Magnus? Welcome back to the stream. Oh, you saw that right. We're approaching 30.5k encounters. With no shiny. Goodness. We got Pokerus yesterday, and we will be checking at the end of the stream, see if we've got Pokerus again on any of the other games, so don't miss that. I actually need to remind myself where you can see Pokerus on the Fire Red Leaf Green screen. If someone could remind me in chat, that'd be very helpful, actually. What is the icon? Where does it appear? Because, yeah, I'm not sure I've ever found Pokerus, actually, in Fire Red or Leaf Green. So, yeah, if anyone can remind me, would hugely appreciate it. Ledian desperately needs a buff. Even Furret got tidy up. Oh, yeah, I'd forgotten that Furret gets tidy up now. Great move, that. Oh, so cute. With Tandemaus Mousehold as well, you can just see my Tandemaus big plush there to my right. No, to my left. Yeah, Mega Evolution or something for Ledian would be good. I think it's crazy that we got Spinarak and Ariados in Kitakami, but we did not get Ledibur and Ledian. Such a shame. Also, we're on 98 views of the stream tonight, everyone. Hugely appreciate that. And if you know two people who haven't tuned in yet and might like to, please let them know. It'd be great to get that up to 100 for tonight. Oh, 99. Furret is another great Pokemon. I love Sentret and Furret. I love Hoot Hoot and Noctowl. I love Gen 2, okay? In case that wasn't obvious already. Alright, we'll get up to 30.5 thousand encounters. And we'll see where we're at. We might call it a stream at that point. And then check for Pokerus, of course. So, heading into the final 100 encounters of tonight's stream, everyone. We got to ask coming on about Gen 2. Favourite Generation 3 Pokemon. Go on. Lay it on us. I love Kyogre, of course. I love Rayquaza. We're thinking about legendaries. Claydol, I'm a big fan of. Cradilly, I'm a big fan of. Slackoth, it's probably Slackoth for me, actually. Got my Slackoth back here. Bertie, how you doing, Bertie? You good? Yeah, just chilling as always. Nice. Slackoth holds a very special place, I think, for me. The fact that Slacking's so powerful, but of course I've got Truant to balance that out. Slackoth. Found it in Petersburg Woods. Had it on a playthrough I did in lockdown of Pokemon Emerald. Loved it. This reminds me to chill out. It's very important. Decompression time is always so important. So yeah, favourite Generation 3 Pokemon, everyone. I think it probably is Slackoth for me. And maybe Cradily second. I think it's such a cool fossil Pokemon. I love fossil Pokemon. I love how bulky it is. How difficult it is to remove, especially with the Suction Cups ability. Rock Grass is a fantastic typing. Got to do something to fix the shiny odds. You think this hunt is cursed? I know. Crazy, isn't it? Hopefully, though, just means that on future hunts, A, they won't seem as bad as this, and B, we'd due some good shiny luck in succession next. Who knows? Swellow is a close second for you, Jake. Nice. Yeah, cool Pokemon. Guts, Facade. Ooh. Now we're talking. Ursaluna. Not Blood Moon. Original Ursaluna. We're on 99 views, everyone. On 99 views. Just need one more person to tune in to make that 100. If anyone has another account they want to log into and watch from, or get a friend on, just to reach 100 views before the end of the stream. There we go, 100! Wahey! Thanks, everyone. You guys are the best. Very nice. Delighted that the stream is speaking to so many people. Hope you've all been enjoying your evening. I've thoroughly been enjoying mine, so thank you so much, everyone. Here at day 16 of Safari Week, the unofficial day 16. Ludicolo for you, Sam. Oh, thank you for those celebrations, Jake. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. Ludicolo for you, Sam. Great Pokemon. Yeah, I do love the Lozad line. And the I'll say the Nuzlocke line. The Seedot line. Those are great paired exclusives, aren't they? Ruby for Seedot and Sapphire for Lotad. I love Solrock and Lunatone as well. Solrock might be my third favourite from Generation 3, you know. Lunatone, I mean. If I said Solrock, then I meant Lunatone. Further Moon Pokemon. Rock Psychic, Levitate. Fascinating combination. Ludicolo 2 for you, Sabrina. Thank you for the congratulations there, Sam. And Altaria for you, Magnus. Great choice. Or Rayquaza. 102 views. Hey, you're spoiling me now. You like those Dragon Flyers, don't you, Magnus? But great options. Big fan of Altaria. You can just about see at the very top there, Swablu on the edge. How you doing, Lum? Good. Thanks, Lum. Chilling out? Good. Lum is what I named my Swablu. I just go with names that sort of seem appropriate. There's no more to it than that, really, for my naming. Chimecho for you, Taki. Fantastic choice. Very rare Pokemon. I remember first finding Chimecho. Yeah, I was in the top of Mount Pyre, and I just thought, I feel like there's an encounter I'm not getting here. I feel like there might be something really rare. So I was just looking in the grass rages, and lo and behold, there was Chimecho. So exciting finding that Pokemon. I'd love to use Chimecho. Maybe shiny Chimecho on some kind of Gen 3 playthrough. Just because, again, barely anyone gets to use it, right? That's right, it is Gen 3 and not Gen 4, Magnus. It's Chingling, the baby form of, or pre-evolution of Chimecho that's in Generation 4. 30k, it's already here. Oh, Burb182, good to see you back here. Thank you for joining, my friend. Was reassuring to see you're not the only one suffering. You're about to hit 32k for Ho-Oh in Hot Gold Soul Silver. Wow. Good to have that reminder that Shiny Luck can strike, or Shiny Bad Luck, Shiny Misfortune can strike anyone. This Kangaskhan, what are we talking? No, not Shiny. Shame. Need to remind myself of Shiny Kangaskhan Sprite. And Shiny Hoot Hoots. Jack got me thinking earlier, Decrepit in chat. Alright everyone, we're stopping at 30.5k. So the last few encounters, are we going to have a last minute surprise? God, it's such a rite of passage now streaming in the Safari Zone. When we do find this shiny, and note I say when, not if, it's going to feel very strange. Real rite of passage. Real chapter, and I wonder what it's going to be. If we get a shiny tonight, I'm still saying it's going to be Execute, but let's see. You just started your Ho-Oh in Hot Gold and you're scared. Well, I remember seeing Gen 3 Hunter doing a Generation 2 shiny Dream Team quest. And Ho-Oh for them shined at 36 resets. So you never know. You never know, Jake. You might be okay. Didn't play the Gen 3 game, so not sure what Gen 3 Pokemon is your favourite. Fair enough, Sammy. Fair enough. You might know from later games. But understandable. Sunflora, Sunkern. Love that Pokemon as well from Gen 2. Ooh, Gen 2's got some fantastic ones. Maybe I'll have to collect all the Gen 2 plush. I would love to. My bank account probably wouldn't agree. Bound to have it happen. You have multiple shinies under 1,000. That's what makes full odds exciting. Exactly, exactly. Also, as I was saying before, my Sapphire Dream Team quest, I found all of those targets under odds, including Kyogre, so 7 Pokemon under odds, so we were kind of due this. 30.5k. There you go. It caught me by surprise as well, because you're all providing such fun chat. 30.5k and no shiny. We're going to do a bonus round because we always do. Let's get it up to 30,505. Here we go. We're going to get a shiny and then we'll check for Pokerus because we got it yesterday in Emerald. Go. So, Nidorina no, Nidoran no, Larvitar no, Apom no. I'm now kidding myself. Just double checking this Apom isn't shiny. No, it's not. Math has to average out, but yeah, well, let's hope so. It can happen at any time, of course, but yeah. Hopefully next stream. We keep saying it, but hopefully, and thank you for the shine lock there, Sabrina. So what that means is, I'll have to make another silly video. We'll see how that one goes, but let's check for Pokerus. We got it in Emerald. Yeah, if anyone knows where to look for Pokerus in Fire Red Leaf Green, please do chuck it in chat, because I need to remind myself. Yay, KC! Appreciate that positive energy, thank you. Now, there's no point really checking Emerald here because we got... Oh, I see, for silly videos, yes. There'll be more. We got Pokerus here in Emerald yesterday, look at that. You can see the icon just down there. So we know we have Pokerus here. So, no surprise there. How about Soul Silver? Let me just let that camera settle. Check Soul Silver. Do we have Pokerus? Nope. Shame. Okay, Fire Red Leaf Green. Doesn't look like Pokerus here. Unless it's on a different page, which I don't think it is. Yeah. So no Pokerus for us. Hey, that makes sense. We got Pokerus and Emerald yesterday, so... Let me just go through all of them just for my own peace of mind. No. Ekans here. No. Bulbasaur. I mean, I know that if one doesn't, then the chances are none of them will, but still. Yeah, there we go. So, no Pokerus either. Oh well, everyone. Oh well. Actually, I'll keep those open. You need a nice explorer's vest. Yes, I certainly do. Casey. Yeah. We'll see how the safari costume develops over time. But, nice idea. Fun wanting to end a hunt just to keep hunting. It's fun wanting to end a hunt just to keep hunting. Yes. All too familiar with that feeling, Burb. It's by the Pokemon's level. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for clarifying that. I'll bear that in mind for next time. Like a good fishing vest to go with a great hat and those binoculars. I do have a safari hat somewhere, actually. I need to find that again. Anyway, everyone. 30,500 encounters. Hopefully better luck next stream indeed, Magnus. Thanks so much, as always, everyone, for hanging out with me tonight. You really do make those encounters fly by. I can't believe the evening's over already. Thank you for providing such a fun evening. Now, linked below in the description is my Discord community. It would be a pleasure to see any of you there, along with all my socials. It would be great to be able to hang out with you outside of these streams too. I've got my Patreon linked below, Patreon linked below, if you want to support me as a content creator. Thank you for getting us to 105 views tonight, everyone. Really, really, really appreciate that. If you've enjoyed the stream, please do like and subscribe. All those things really are important, even though they might not seem it at the time. Would really mean a lot. Now, tomorrow, of course, I've got the next episode of Chazingdra Chats coming out. Episodes drop every Wednesday. With Freya Pierce, Trading Card Gamecast, had a really inspiring talk with Freya. So, hope you all enjoy that. That's going to drop overnight on the audio app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. It's going to drop 3 PM UK time on YouTube. Plenty of other content on the channel to enjoy, of course, including previous Chazingdra Chats episodes as well as event vlogs that I cast. I'm working on Bologna right now. Hopefully that'll be out soon, along with some Chazingdra Chats new graphics, or graphics crunching some data from the episode. So looking forward to sharing that with you all too very soon. In terms of when the next stream will be, it might be tomorrow. I'm going to have to work that one out, but I'll let you know. For now, assume tomorrow unless I tell you. Could be later in the week, not sure, but potentially see you tomorrow, in which case it should be 8 PM UK time again, so I hope to see you there. And with all of that said, thanks so much again, everyone. I hope you have a very merry rest of your day, and sleep very well. Let me just catch up on these messages. Thank you for all of the luck here. Good night to you as well, Casey. Safari cosplay might be able to fix the luck. I mean, I've got the lucky Safari binoculars, but they haven't done anything yet. So, there you go, Magnus. Thank you for the luck, Casey. Glad you always have a good time tuning in, Taki. That means a lot, and I hope that goes for other people tuning in tonight as well. Thank you so much. It was great to be joined by some of my school friends earlier as well. That was a pleasant surprise to help the encounters go by faster. See you again soon, Casey. Good night to you as well, Sam. See you, Burb, and good night, Sabrina, to you, and yes, good day and evening. Goodbye to you, Jake, and take care to you as well, Luke. So, with all of that said, hope I was able to make your day merry. Cheers.